Big emotions can come on fast like a tidal wave, or build up over time like a slow swell. This happens for us as parents, and it happens for our kids. It's a human experience. Oftentimes, the more stress or worries we experience, the more frequently and intensely these big emotions rise up. Hi, I'm Chantal Cannell, and I'm a member of the Psychology Department at the Simcoe Muskoka Catholic District School Board. In this video, I'm going to share some information with you about what we as parents can do in the moment of big emotion, and how when we practice these strategies, we actually help our children get closer to calm. We're going to be talking about mindfulness, neuroscience, connection, and self-regulation. Let's get started. With all the recent changes and stressors like school closures, distance learning challenges, and being away from friends, and the stresses that we're still anticipating, like what will school look like? What will it be like being away from my home or family? It's likely we're all experiencing waves of big emotion, and these are likely to continue. Many of these stressors are the exact same for us as parents. These feelings may be worry, fear, anger, relief, just to name a few. Our kids' big feelings are the same as our big feelings. They likely result from different triggers, but they overwhelm us just the same. Your child may slam a door or cry, while you may shut down. All of these feelings are part of your child's current experience, and therefore they have an underlying impact on your child's ability to manage big emotion. When we have a lot of big emotion going on, our ability to remain calm and connected is impacted. The meltdown, the tantrum, the explosion is just the tip of the iceberg. There are so many things going on underneath. Your child says or does something, and before you can stop and think, immediately words tumble out of your mouth, almost like habit. The back and forth between you and your child can quickly build and become tangled in all the thoughts and feelings underneath the surface. There it is, big emotion. Your child is struggling, and you're swept up. As parents, we too experience big emotion. Instead of smoothly gliding down the river, our attempts to express and feel these emotions are bumpy, and we are hitting the riverbanks as we struggle. The emotion becomes bigger, and other emotions are layered in and can result in disconnection. Easily, with these big emotions, the part of our brain that can problem solve is not available. It takes a backseat to the part of our brain that is programmed to respond quickly to stress, our amygdala, which is the fight, flight, and freeze response. This is the neuroscience of emotion. Our goal, therefore, is to calm the amygdala so that we can access the part of our brain that we need for more adaptive problem solving. One way we can do this is to notice the moment of big emotion. Oftentimes, we're caught up in the past or worries about the future, but by noticing the moment of big emotion, we can learn to pause before reacting. Let's talk about how to do this. As your amygdala fires and the stress response kicks in, there are physical sensations that we can tune into. Fast heartbeat, sweaty palms, shallow breathing, clenched jaw. One way to notice these physical sensations is to quickly scan your body and label the things that you feel. By noticing these cues, it helps us recognize what's going on in our brains and in our bodies. And by doing this, it helps us create a space or a pause so that we can be better at responding versus reacting. And then we can say to ourselves, there is no bear. This reminds us that there is no emergency, no need to fight, flight, freeze. You have the inner resources to work through this moment. This practice of noticing the moment creates space, a pause between thought and action that helps us as parents take a more connected path to supporting and problem solving. If I can check in and notice my physical experience, and I can remind myself that there is no bear, then I'm more likely to choose actions that are connected and supportive in order to help my child through their big emotion and not ride up Anger Mountain with them. This isn't always easy. It's certainly not always easy for me. Even with knowing all this information, I too can slip into lecture mode, become frustrated, or miss the opportunity to pause. I've even paused and still become hijacked. The important thing is that there's always opportunity for a repair. If I wasn't present, busy on my phone, or dismissive, I can recognize that. I can apologize. Connection is so important in the uncertain waters of big emotion. A child needs safety before logic and problem solving can occur. We create safety by connecting, and we create connection by helping a child feel heard, by being present in the moment versus distracted. Take a look at my colleague Beth's video for more information on validation as a tool. It takes us as adults being closer to calm and regulated so that we can outwardly appear to be that safe harbor for our children to feel big emotions and practice the strategies that help them when these emotions rise up. When we connect first, we're more likely to be successful with our problem solving. The more times we practice this, the better we get. It won't be perfect. You will not do it 100% of the time, and maybe not even close. But if you do it more than you did before, then you're on the right path. Remember, your child's ability to find a path through the chaos of big emotion is directly linked to your ability to be that safe harbor and manage your stress in the moment. This process takes a lot of practice, but the more we practice, the more skilled we become at noticing the moment of big emotion and rerouting that amygdala hijack. By doing this openly and in front of our children, we are modeling that big emotion happens and that it's okay and that there is a way through it. Our children learn by observation and we benefit from that practice. So in review of what this video has covered, it's the reminder to notice the moment of big emotion, and we can do that by tuning in to our body. We can create some space to pause, which helps us connect before we move to redirection and problem solving. We need to practice this. It's not easy. Make any repair as necessary and be gentle with yourself in this process. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch this video. Remember, this video is here for you to rewatch whenever it's needed. And remember, in those moments of big emotion, there is no bear.